Hello, my YouTube subscribers. I want you to know that I appreciate you. My subscriber numbers are going up, and I am very, very grateful for you to always give me your support in terms of a thumbs up. And today I want to talk about a very, very shocking election in America, and that is Mr. Donald Trump. And he has this book out that I read, which is fascinating, Never Give Up. And I highly recommend my YouTube subscribers and just the viewers of this video, if you want to understand the man behind the politics, read this book, Never Give Up. Now, there are some factors for why Donald Trump got elected. And I'm going to highlight those four, and we'll get into detailed information afterward. Number one, Joe Biden. Joe Biden, he stayed in office way too long. Number two, I got to be candid, people. We live in a very sexist society. Kamala Harris, a female, well, we'll talk about that a little later. The Latino vote, oh my goodness, there was a historic shift of a large percentage of Latinos that voted for Trump. And I got to finish up about the economy. Now, let's dive right into it. Number one, Joe Biden. I remember when he first got elected, Joe Biden was the one to come out and say that he would be a one-term president. However, the Democratic Party, we were able to win the Senate back as well as the House. And Joe Biden, he reneged on his promise and he was feeling himself. Absolutely. It was atrocious for Joe Biden to bail out and only leave 4 months for Kamala Harris to campaign for the presidency. People, that is only a short period of time. And that's what hurt the Democratic Party. Now, we all know that Joe Biden, the infamous debate, he was absolutely terrible. And it all goes back to his senior advisors. Yes, you heard it from me. The people in his personal camp should have told him that, Joe, you are on the decline. And I always tell my clients that when you have a personal network of friends, if you have friends who are transparent with you, whether you like it or not, you have a good friend. However, if you have people in your corner and they don't keep it real like they did with Joe Biden, it's going to be a downward spiral. His people were not straightforward with him, and that's what hurt the Democratic Party, because Joe, he should have stepped aside a long time ago and kept his promise. Number two, I know I'm going to get beat up on this, but I got to be very honest with you, my viewers. We live in a very sexist society. Did you know that men in our society, not all, but there is a plethora of men who do not want a woman in the Oval Office? It's not going to happen. I know that this is 2024, but you know, people, there are many men, particularly white males, Latino males, and a large percentage of black males, all of whom voted for Donald Trump. And the biggest factor, they do not want a female president. Number three, the Latino vote. Did you know that 46%, that's right, a staggering percentage, 46% a historic shift all the way from the left all the way to the right, to the Republican Party, and they voted for Donald Trump. And one big factor, and many of you may not even know this, there are many Americans, Latinos, particularly in Miami. I have friends of mine who are Cuban, and they live in Miami, and they do not like the fact that Venezuelans are coming over to Miami from Venezuela. They detest Venezuelans. And I feel for the Venezuelans because they are faced with a terrible regime. I'm talking about a dictator over there that is just killing countless people. But that's the reason a lot of American Latinos, believe it or not, they are against illegal immigrants coming over to this country. Now, number 4, the economy. I do not understand why Kamala Harris did not illuminate the fact that many working Americans are hurting. This is inflation. Do you know that a gallon of milk in many states are over $5 and in some cases over $6 for a gallon of milk? I mean, there are people who are living from paycheck to paycheck. And Kamala Harris, she did not resonate with the working class people. I personally have friends of mine who are making 6 figures and they are hurting. And some of whom got to take on a second job just to make ends meet. Yes, you heard it from me. Now, what I want to talk about, which is very important, endorsements. Endorsements, people, don't mean nothing. The Democrats, they wasted way too much time on these coveted endorsements. Oprah, the great Oprah, came out and she embraced Kamala Harris. Not only Oprah, Beyonce, and Kelly Rowland, both of whom came out and said, hey, we give Kamala Harris 100%. And let's not forget about the polarizing rapper Eminem from Michigan. He announced that he is 100% behind Kamala Harris. And I got to talk about Taylor Swift, who has tremendous popularity nationally and internationally. And she endorsed Kamala Harris. Well, you know what? It doesn't mean nothing to the working class people, because if their pocket is hurting, Kamala Harris, the Democratic Party, they should have focused on the plight of the working class, and that's what hurt them. And as a result, Donald Trump is the president of the United States. Now, I want to talk about Donald Trump, not the politics, but just the person he is. Regardless if you did not vote for him, you got to give that man big respect. And the reason why I say that, because I mean, he made a remarkable comeback. Get that book, Never Give Up. It is an incredible book that he talks about his ups and downs like an elevator and how he was able to get off the right stop to succeed. You heard it from me, Cochise Pearson. If you like this content, just give me a thumbs up, please, so that this video can be spread out to the YouTube universe. And if you haven't done so already, please make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out my recap on Donald Trump. Never give up. Thank you.